Okay, so I'm here with Alex McCooke. He's going to be taking part in the Fit2Fight four-man 70 kg tournament this weekend in the Le Mans Hotel. I was at the last show. It's a fantastic show. Alex has actually won on the show as well. So thank you very much for joining me. I know it's fight week. How are you feeling for the fight, and how excited are you to take part in a four-man tournament like this over one night?
I'm feeling good. Excited again to get back into the cage after the last time that I fought on the previous show. I know I stepped in last minute on one of the other shows as well. A totally different weight division, but I'm excited and I feel good. Weight's on point at the moment, so back to the gym tonight to do a wee bit extra weight cut just to get down to the weight that I need to be. Been asked to fight on a four-man tournament, something different, but excited because it's going to be a challenge. It's going to push me and see where my skill level's at, and hopefully see where the opponent's skill level's at, so I can step forward in the grand scale of things.
Yeah, and like that, you said you came in. Your last fight was a Kuma. You came in like on
Yeah,
2 or 3 days' notice. I want to say, which is madness. You came in like that. Robert Barrett is a higher weight class than you.
yeah.
You just came in and got it done. That's obviously your willingness to want to fight. You're taking these short notice fights. So you're saying you were talking about obviously just a little bit more of a wake up. What does fight week look like for you? What's this week kind of look like for you in the grand scheme of things?
Focusing on what we already know and what we've learned, just perfecting it, trying to get it down to a T, working on the game plan that we have set in place, and just hitting that weight point, like trying to hit the weight point just before we have to hit weight on the Saturday, which is the day before. So that's what this week will consist of, more just drills, focusing on our game plan and getting that weight right down on point.
Yeah, and then hopefully like that, once the weight cut is kind of seamless and kind of goes as plans, it actually makes everything else a little bit easier, doesn't it? Because the weight cut is one of the, I want to say, harder aspects of fight. Not harder aspects, but coming close to the fight is one of the ones that can throw a lot of things off during the week. But you seem to have everything down to a T, as well. That's what it sounded like, anyways.
Well, the weight cut is more a mental thing. It mentally affects you more than physically, because it's like it'll take your mental state away from your actual training. So trying to focus on your training and weight cut at the same time. So we've decided to do it different this time and try and do our weight cut over a longer period of time, so it's dropping slowly. So by the time we get to fight week, that we have very little to lose. So my head and strength can stay in the game plan. So we've adapted it this time to suit this fight, because we know it's going to be there's a potential of two fights in one night. So we have to be prepared to fight two fights, not just one.
Yeah, then like that, obviously, if you're doing a heavy weight cut or more of a workout, whatever, uh, or being that heavier weight before you have to make that cut and weigh in, like potentially you're gonna have to fight, like I said, two fights. They could both go the distance, and doing
Yeah.
it over a longer period of time will help then for your gas tank, I would presume, rather than doing one big heavy weight cut. But how have you felt doing it over a longer period of time? Like during your training stuff, have you felt fresher, stronger, like doing it this way, or has it made much of a difference to the actual training?
No, it's made a massive difference. Like it's huge, because like I can like focus more, I have more energy, I feel stronger. I don't feel like I'm just everything's just been sucked out of me all at once. It's slowly been took down, and then I can build my strength up to that actual weight that I've lost and keep progressing.
Yeah, no, that's good that you've got it down that way. And that might be something you might look at in the future rather than, because I know you've done it for this one, but if it works out, you can fight two fights and win the tournament going forward, then that might be the way to do it. If you're
Yeah.
feeling better, feeling fresher, feeling more energetic, and you're not killing yourself the week of a fight. So what's the excitement levels for you the week of a fight? Like, how do you manage your emotions? Are they like, are you just waiting to get in there? Is it more chill till the day? What way does that work?
No, I want in there now. The excitement level is bad. I want in there now. It's like this is taking too long, especially since the last fight, because that was took last minute. So I get the buzz going and the pump going again. I was like, now I need to fight in the tournament that I've agreed to, and it's just the closer I get, I'm like, right, when's one more sleep, one more sleep, right? We're getting there. We're closer now. It's just at the point because I'm on fight week. It's like I want to be there because I want to test myself and I want to see how good my opponents are as well, and just be pushed to the limit for the end of the year. I want this year to end well for everybody, and including me.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I gotta ask, when you're looking towards this, like what way do you strategize? Because you've got three potential opponents. I don't know what way the opponents are picked. You find out on the day, do we find out before? But you can't prepare for all three of them. because that'd be wasted energy and looking like you can't prepare wholly for all three of them. But have you looked at any of them at all to see where their strengths and weaknesses are? Just one or two things, or are you just focusing on you going into this?
We're sort of focusing on my strong aspects this time. We're not going to try and focus on the opponent, because normally when you fight one opponent, you can focus on them and where their strengths and weaknesses lie, so you can focus on a game plan around that. That's because I could be fighting a wrestler, a striker, and a kickboxer, so there's no point in me trying to, because I don't know what one of them is. There's no point in me looking them up because there'd be too much information to soak in. So just focus on myself and where my strong points is and my weak points, and just go from there. Hopefully it works out on the night.
Yeah, hopefully. I like the idea of the 4-man tournament. We've seen one obviously at Virtus this year. A lot of promotions try and get it done, and then usually something goes wrong. So, you fought on Fit2Fight before. Talk to us about the promotion, because I was at the last one. It was the first one I was ever at. I found for such a new show, it was so well run, and it just seemed like it'd been around for a while, because everything was seamless. And what I loved about it as well, because obviously you had fighters there from North Antrim Fight Academy. Lee had novices and stuff there. The atmosphere and the kind of nervous tension within those fighters. I think there was for the first 8 fights there was like 6 knockouts or subs or something. What do you make of the show as a whole, from how it's run, your dealings with them, to the show in general?
To me, the show's run like to a professional level, because you're treated like a fighter. You're treated with respect, and when it comes to getting hands wrapped and stuff, like you're called out. You're not running around chasing yourself. Someone comes and gets you the way it should be, so that you can like stay in the zone. And you're given 3 or 4 fights notice that you're up in 3 or 4 fights. Get yourself prepared. The show's just run so smoothly. And like Andy and Arno has obviously fought before and been on shows, so they're obviously they've worked out the kinks that weren't working in our shows to try and make it work in their show. And the atmosphere is unbelievable for such like a new show, as you say. It's like being at one of the big shows, because the atmosphere is so good, and they're giving every opportunity to novices, teens, and amateurs at so many different levels. It's phenomenal to see, like, and be a part of.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, with the novices, because you had fighters there as well from the novice and from amateur. What I like about it for the novices is the amateur shows. Most amateur fighters now have been to shows like this where you've got the crowd, you've got the event field. And I think it's good for the novices, because I know there is interclubs, there is like the national leagues in Ireland, there is different tournaments, but this gives those novices a feel of what it's like to be actually like at a show. So when they actually go and make their amateur debut, let's say, that's not overwhelming, because that sort of aspect can be overwhelming for fighters. So I think it is a very good idea that they bring the novices in. I really like the premise of it. But all go well, you win the tournament this weekend. What's your plans for the upcoming future? Or are you just going to take a rest off and enjoy Christmas and then look at next year? Or have you got any immediate plans?
Nah, this will hopefully be my last fight this year, and then I'll enjoy Christmas with the family, and hopefully go harder at it next year, and try and see if I can get my name up the ladder a wee bit further, and potentially go for a title shot next year. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, like that. What do you think you've with the amount of shows that we have at the minute? You've got Fit2Fight, your fighting championship, Cage Conflict, Clan Wars, Akuma's back, Virtus, Cage Legacy, Premier. Like there's about 8, 9 promotions. How do you feel as an amateur fighter to have that many options?
No, I feel good as an amateur. It's just trying to get my name back out there after being off for so long. Like, I was in the game a long time ago, and just trying to get back into it. So I need to get my name out there again and show that I'm a fighter worth taking on in their shows. And that's sort of the reason why I took some of the last minutes to prove myself. Like, I can fight at between 70 and 77, so like I can work in around between that range.
What weight would you prefer to fight at? 70 would probably be your preferred weight, or do you feel fresher at 77, or is it 6 and 1, half a dozen in the other?
Well, somewhere in between would be better, like 73, 74, but 70 is probably my preferred weight division, because like when you step up to 77, as you've seen, like that fella was a big boy. I was small compared to him, but it gave me the opportunity to test my abilities on a heavier weight division to see if I can stand toe to toe and use my abilities to work with someone. But no, 70s, I'm happy at 70 because it's a good division, strong division, fast, a lot of great fighters coming up through it, and I just have to now put my name in there somewhere.
Yeah, and like that, with the amount of shows you can stay active, I think with you coming in, like the likes at the last minute against Robert Barrett, like you said, who was significantly bigger than you, and you took him to decision, and he fought very well in that fight. Like, which showed a lot coming in for that little notice against someone at a different way. I thought was fantastic, and you've got the chance to make your name with the amount of shows that there is running. All you have to do is just get into the shows and get the victories, and you'll be up there in no time.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, like that. There will be a run of shows next year. I know, kind of after the 16th of December, they're all kind of stopped, and I reckon it'll be February they're back. But at least you'll get a nice Christmas break, be able to enjoy your Christmas. That you won't be fasting, you won't be dieting. But
No,
we're gonna let you go. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out before you go? And I want to thank you very much for your time again. It's been a pleasure to talk to you again.
no, I'm all good. Thanks for having me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much for your time, and I will talk to you. I think I actually will be at this show. I haven't been at many of them, but I think I will be at this show. I'm not
Yeah,
going to guarantee it, but if so, I'll see you then. If not, I'll be watching you on pay-per-view.
no problem.